iFollow Latics with Jeff Stelling. Jeff, it's day 8 on your big march for men. How are you feeling ahead of it?
It's early in the morning. This is the most difficult time of day because you've got to motivate yourself. Say, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. But I feel fine physically. I feel fine, you know. And we are going to hit the halfway stage today, so that's a big motivation.
Halfway stage, and probably one of the toughest days as well.
No, don't say that. Yeah, I think it's probably regarded as the toughest day as far as terrain goes. But you know, sometimes going uphill is easier than coming downhill. That's the way I look at it.
And starting from the coldest ground in the country as well.
Yeah, and living up to its reputation this morning. Yeah, was pretty cold at Stoke a couple of days ago, but I think the forecast is generally okay. So we'll be all right.
You're doing it for a fantastic cause once again. Just tell me what's the motivation behind that for you?
Well, the motivation is, you know, I mean, this ground, like all of the others, will be, you know, populated mainly by men next season, you know, and as we walk, it'll take us about 10 hours today, and 10 men in the UK will have died from prostate cancer in that time. You know, 1 in 8 of us will get it at some stage in our lives, and if you're black, it's 1 in 4. So those are scary statistics, and we just want to raise awareness of this illness and raise awareness of, you know, what you might be able to do, because catching it early, that's the key thing. So if we can point people in the right direction, you know, and get people talking about it. You know, we're like, as men and as northern men, we are never going to the doctor, and we're never going to the doctor if it's anything to do with something below the waist, you know, so we want to change a few attitudes along the way.
And it's the second year that you've done this now. How are you finding it compared to last year?
Well, funnily enough, so far, and I'm always reluctant to say this, so touch wood, I'm finding it better. Yeah, I was in pieces after the first day last year. So far I've got to day 8 and I'm not quite in pieces, so it's an improvement.
And you know, there's a number of people coming out to support you today, taking part with you. Just a word on the people from Oldham that are taking part with you. Yeah,
I mean, it's fantastic, because what happens is, you know, I get the headlines, but they are the fundraisers, you know, and we always have a great group. You know, it's a relatively small group today, but you know, there'll be prostate cancer sufferers, people who know friends who've got prostate cancer, people who are recovering from it, you know, and we'll have a great time, and it's fantastic that they've given us so much support again.
And finally then, it's not long now since the conclusion of the football season. You know, looking ahead to next year, how do you think it's going to pan out, particularly in League One?
It's a tough division, as you guys know, because you've been there for so long. You know, and to be honest, a lot of the time it is an achievement to stay there. You know, there are still some big clubs in that division, you know, and the relegated sides. You look at Blackburn, I probably can't say this from down the road. Be interesting to see how they fare, whether there's any money pumped in there at all, and Wigan from down the road. I mean, you guys are going to have so many derbies. And that in itself makes life more difficult, you know, so I don't know. Looking forward to sort of August 5th, August 6th weekend, you know, we all get going again.
Jeff, good luck today, and keep up the amazing work.
Thanks, guys.